Nestled within the heart of the time-honored terrain of Egypt, a creature hewn from stone, enveloped in riddles, stands as a formidable sentinel, silent and enigmatic. This is the Sphinx, an awe-inspiring monument to the ingenuity of an ancient civilization that once thrived in the desert lands now swallowed by the relentless sands of time. This gargantuan sculpture, a monolithic guardian etched in stone, is the manifestation of mystery, of secrets that have withstood the relentlessness of time, inciting the curiosity of individuals from all walks of life, historians, archaeologists, or those simply drawn to the allure of the unknown. Over the years, our understanding of the Sphinx, or rather the lack thereof, has only deepened the enigma surrounding it. One of the most fundamental questions that has puzzled researchers is the true age of the Sphinx. Conventional wisdom, based on historical records and archaeological evidence, places its birth during the reign of Pharaoh Khafra, roughly 4,500 years ago. Yet, counter-arguments suggest that the patterns of erosion visible on the Sphinx indicate an origin far older, possibly even predating the very Egyptian civilization it is attributed to. This claim has given birth to numerous theories, debates, and scholarly discourses, only adding to the Sphinx's enigma. The origins of the Sphinx are steeped in diverse as they are intriguing. Some propose it was expertly carved from a single ridge of limestone, a feat that would highlight the exceptional craftsmanship of the ancient Egyptians. The magnitude of the Sphinx suggests that thousands of laborers would have been involved in its creation, an endeavor which in itself is shrouded in enigma. Questions about how such a colossal structure was built with primitive tools and techniques, the meticulous planning that went into its design, and the logistics of marshalling a massive workforce continue to baffle modern scholars. The Sphinx's cultural significance in ancient Egypt is indisputable. It is believed to have been a symbol of divine wisdom and strength, its lion's body signifying power and its human head symbolizing intellect. This fusion of beast and man served not only as a cultural icon, but also as a spiritual beacon, guiding the evolution of the civilization that birthed it. The Sphinx, with its enigmatic smile and stoic gaze, is believed to have been a silent observer of the evolution and eventual dissolution of the ancient Egyptian civilization, its secrets locked away, impenetrable as the stone it was hewn from. The Sphinx, in its grandeur and mystery, continues to captivate the world. It is not just a monument, it is a living testament to a civilization's history, encapsulating the essence of an era long gone. Undoubtedly, the Sphinx is more than a mere monument. It is a testament to Egypt's past, enshrining the spirit and wisdom of a civilization long gone. Plunging further into the riddle of the Sphinx's absent nose, a narrative as old as the sands of time, it's popularly ascribed to the firepower of Napoleon Bonaparte. Nevertheless, this widely accepted theory is refuted by historical depictions predating his infamous Egyptian expedition, showing the Sphinx already bereft of its nose, unraveling an alluring enigma. The saga of the vanished nose has incited an array of conjectures over many epochs. A notable narrative hails from the distinguished Arab chronicler al-Makrizi during the 15th century, who alleges that an irate Sufi Muslim, incensed by the local villagers' tributes to the Sphinx, zealously chipped off the nose. An alternate presumption is connected to the handiwork of Mother Nature herself. There are those who propose that intense climatic erosion over numerous millennia progressively wore down the limestone. Given the Sphinx's exposure to the harsh arid winds and alternating temperatures, this theory carries an undeniable allure. An equally fascinating but less popular intimates that the nose was deliberately excised by the pharaohs in an attempt to obscure the true identity of the Sphinx, a clandestine secret that still remains shrouded within the historic annals. An interesting speculation by some historians is that the Sphinx's nose was disfigured due to an act of iconoclasm, as it was a common practice in Egypt to deface the statues of deposed or disgraced rulers. The missing nose could be a symbol of a pharaoh's fall from grace, a theory that adds another layer of intrigue. Despite the uncertainty surrounding its cause, the absence of the nose significantly transforms the visage of the Sphinx. This missing element introduces an air of mystery and fascination, infusing a unique charm to this ancient monument. Its countenance, once an epitome of Egyptian allure and balance, now stands as a monument to the inexorable march of time and the fleetingness of even the most majestic human artifacts. The absent nose, paradoxically, has become an essential part of the Sphinx's persona, rendering it even more enigmatic and enthralling. Thirdly, we grapple with the enigma of its true name. The label Sphinx, while commonly used today, is of Greek origin, not Egyptian. This titanic figure, carved from the bedrock of the Giza Plateau, is something of a puzzle. The nomenclature used by the ancient architects who gave it life has been lost to us, consumed in the corrosive tide of history. As a result, the identity it was originally given is shrouded in mystery, swallowed by the relentless march of time. Let's delve deeper into this riddle, this enigma that has fascinated scholars and archaeologists for centuries. The term Sphinx comes from mythology, an old story that refers to a creature both wondrous and terrifying. This beast is described as having the muscular body of a lion and the head of a human, often depicted as a woman. A creature of riddles and puzzles, this Sphinx was known for her cunning and wit, guarding the city of Thebes with a riddle only the most astute could solve. The Sphinx of Egypt, while sharing similar features, carries a gravitas that is uniquely its own. Steeped in the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian mythology, it stands as a silent testament to a civilization that was both complex and grand. Perhaps the Greeks, in their admiration and awe, chose to Christify this colossal statue with the name of their own mythological creature. However, what did the original builders, the ancient Egyptians, call this behemoth that has withstood the onslaught of time and elements? How did they refer to this enigmatic figure that has been watching over the Giza Plateau for millennia? Research and historical records suggest that it may have been referred to as Hora-Maket, an ancient Egyptian term translating to Horus of the horizon. This name ties it to Horus, a deity of the sky, war and hunting in Egyptian mythology. A fitting title, it seems, for a monument that gazes perpetually towards the horizon. Yet in the absence of definitive proof, in the void left by lost scrolls and inscriptions, the true name of the Sphinx remains an intriguing, challenging enigma. It is whispered by the undulating, shifting sands of time, a secret kept by the ancient world, a puzzle waiting to be solved. Even so, the Sphinx continues to captivate, its grandeur and mystery drawing us in, compelling us to uncover its secrets. And so we return to our original question: what is the true name of the Sphinx? Perhaps we may never know, or perhaps in time we might. But for now, the name of the Sphinx remains an enigma, whispered by the shifting sands of time. Venturing further into the fourth point, we encounter the intriguing mystery of the hidden chambers. The amalgamation of modern technology and our relentless pursuit of knowledge has helped uncover fascinating abnormalities below and in the proximity of the Sphinx. Peculiarities that suggest the existence of hidden or possibly complex subterranean passages. But what could these peculiarities mean? Theoretically, they could point towards an unexplored, vast archaeological goldmine, providing unique viewpoints into Egypt's cryptic historical journey. On the other hand, they might be structural elements, vital for the stability and longevity of this age-old monument. But without permission to dig, these captivating prospects remain purely conjectural. The potential significance of these likely discoveries is overshadowed by the obstacles that block the path of further exploration. To begin with, these archaeological quests require permits, which can be a red tape-laden process, filled with intricacies. Assuming the permits are obtained, the actual task of excavation is nothing short of Herculean. The procedure is tediously slow, necessitating utmost precision to prevent harm to the invaluable artifacts that may reside within. Additionally, the arid and severe climate of the Egyptian desert introduces another formidable obstacle, rendering potential excavation an intense challenge. Even so, the appeal of the Sphinx's concealed mysteries endures. The magnitude of the potential implications of these findings is dwarfed by the formidable hurdles impeding further exploration. Predominantly, these archaeological endeavors require official clearances, which can often become a bureaucratic maze filled with complexities. Assuming the authorities grant the necessary permissions, the actual task of digging is not straightforward. The process is incredibly slow and requires utmost care to prevent damaging any potential invaluable artifacts. Furthermore, the harsh environmental conditions of the Egyptian desert pose yet another significant challenge, making any potential excavation an uphill task. However, despite the daunting challenges, the allure of uncovering the Sphinx's hidden secrets continues to captivate us. Fifthly, Let us delve into the enigma surrounding the Sphinx's true purpose. Is it a monument? One theory asserts that the Sphinx is a monument constructed to honor Pharaoh Khafra. The hypothesis is supported by physical evidence that includes the alignment of the Sphinx in relation to the pharaoh's pyramid and a striking resemblance between the statue's visage and the Pharaoh Khafra himself. Critics, nevertheless, contend that there is no definitive historical documentation confirming that the celebrated Pharaoh Khafra was the chief patron behind the Sphinx's construction, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the assertion. Another compelling perspective is that the Sphinx could potentially be a crypt. This theory postulates that the magnificent structure is a tomb and hidden chambers within it might serve as the final resting place of a significant ancient ruler. Several archaeologists, equipped with modern technology such as ground-penetrating radar, have detected irregularities in the structure that could be interpreted as secret chambers. Despite the intriguing evidence, this theory has sparked widespread debate. Skeptics counter-argue by pointing out the absence of any found burial artifacts within the Sphinx, adding a layer of skepticism to the claim of it being a tomb. A further hypothesis proposes that the Sphinx is a representation deity. The unique form of the Sphinx, with the body of a lion and the head of a man, signifies the union of human intellect and primal strength. This intriguing combination led some researchers to advocate the idea that the Sphinx was designed to embody a divine entity. Ancient scripts make several references to such hybrid deities, lending a degree of credibility to the claim. However, detractors argue that it is a significant jump from acknowledging the existence of hybrid deities in ancient lore to asserting that the Sphinx was intended to symbolize one. The multitude of theories attempting to unveil the Sphinx's true purpose are numerous and spellbinding, yet none can boast of having conclusive evidence. The Sphinx remains an enigma, a silent sentinel of Egypt's ancient history, its true purpose concealed beneath a veil of mystery. Delving deeper into the mystery, we arrive at the perplexing case of the Sphinx's missing beard. A topic that has sparked countless discussions, the absence of the beard is not complete, as bits and pieces of it are displayed with pride in prominent cultural institutions globally. These fragments serve as tangible proof of the once majestic feature that adorned this iconic monument. The first piece of the beard that immediately commands our attention is located in London, in the hallowed halls of the British Museum. This fragment, protected and presented with utmost care, draws visitors from around the world who are fascinated by the enigma of the Sphinx and its missing beard. The piece exudes a sense of silent testimony to the Sphinx's glory and the mysteries that shroud its history. Traveling across continents, another fragment is proudly on display at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. It's here in the heart of Egypt, where the Sphinx itself resides. This piece, imbued with a rich history and cultural significance, stands as a symbol of the Sphinx's unparalleled allure and the intriguing mystery of its missing beard. The question that persistently echoes in the minds of historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts alike is, why was this beard removed, and when in history did this happen? To this day, these questions remain largely unanswered, with various theories proposed by experts in the field. One school of thought suggests that the beard was intentionally taken off by people seeking to strip the Sphinx of its divine status during periods of religious turmoil and unrest. They argue that the act of removing the beard was a symbolic gesture to undermine the Sphinx's religious significance. In contrast, another group of scholars suggests a more natural cause. They propose that the beard might have detached itself due to centuries of exposure to the harsh desert conditions, a victim of the relentless forces of time and nature. The timeline of this significant event is as elusive as the Sphinx itself. There are disagreements among scholars regarding when the beard was removed. Some argue for a period around the New Kingdom, while others believe it might have happened even before that. The truth remains buried in history, just like the Sphinx itself in the desert sands. We delve deeper into the enigma of the seventh mystery, the dream stele. This age-old slab is our window into the captivating tale of Thutmose IV. As the narrative unfolds, we find that Thutmose IV, long before his ascension to the pivotal role of pharaoh, was only an ordinary prince. an ordinary prince with a rather extraordinary tale attached to his name. Legend has it that he was once caught in the grips of an afternoon slumber, resting in the cool shadow of the mighty Sphinx. In his sleep, the Sphinx, a symbol of divine power that had watched over the sands of Egypt for ages, visited him in his dreams. It spoke to him, made him an intriguing proposal. The Sphinx wished to be freed from the relentless grip of the encroaching sands that were slowly but steadily choking it. In return for this favor, the Sphinx promised to bestow upon him the coveted mantle of kingship. It was a proposal that was as astonishing as it was enticing. This narrative about Thutmose IV is as riveting as it is intriguing. It's a tale that challenges the boundaries of belief and skepticism, facts and legends, reality and myth. History later confirms that Thutmose IV did indeed rise to become the pharaoh. But does this confirmation lend credibility to the dream-steely tale? Or was this narrative a well-thought-out piece of propaganda designed to legitimize his sudden and unexpected ascension to the throne? Critics, historians and scholars have been locked in this debate for centuries, each side presenting compelling arguments. Believers in the tale point to the restoration of the Sphinx, a major event that did indeed transpire during Thutmose's reign. They argue that this is irrefutable proof that the dream stele story holds water. Skeptics, however, offer a counter-argument. They highlight the convenient timing of the tale, suggesting it was a carefully orchestrated narrative, a political stratagem. The dream stele story, thus, exists at the crossroads of historical fact and fanciful fiction, a fascinating intersection that continues to stir debate. This narrative exists as a powerful testament to the enthralling allure of ancient Egyptian history. Transitioning to the eighth element of our conversation, we attempt to unravel the captivating question of who were the actual architects of the iconic Sphinx. This question has sparked significant interest, stirring up debates among historians and archaeologists worldwide. The key issue at hand is the identity of these ancient builders. Were they slaves laboring under harsh conditions or honorable workers recognized for their contribution to society? In the past, conventional wisdom and popular belief often led us to imagine that the Sphinx, with its imposing and mysterious features, was built by a vast army of slaves. This image perhaps is influenced by dramatic representations of ancient Egypt in films and art. However, a fresh wave of evidence is now starting to challenge these entrenched views. This new line of thought proposes that the builders were not slaves, but rather skilled laborers who were deeply respected in their society. Supporting this theory are multiple archaeological finds and historical records, which depict a nuanced picture of the Sphinx's builders. These discoveries indicate that the workers were skilled craftsmen who were not only well-fed, but also provided with medical care. Furthermore, they were given honorable burials post their demise, underlining their esteemed status in society. This intriguing theory redefines our understanding of the Sphinx and the society that created it. It forces us to reevaluate ancient Egyptian society, suggesting that they potentially valued labor and encouraged meritocracy. Evidently, this newfound respect for labor and craftsmanship embodied in the theory seems to refute earlier narratives, offering a novel viewpoint on the civilization responsible for the Sphinx's creation. Yet it's crucial to remember that while this theory is gaining popularity and acceptance, the debate surrounding the builders of the Sphinx is far from over. Each new archaeological find adds another dimension to our existing knowledge as researchers continue to grapple with deciphering the secrets of the past. However, while this theory is gaining traction, it's worth noting that the debate is far from settled, each discovery adding a new layer to our understanding. Delving deeper into the puzzle of its original hue, we gradually unearth fragments of evidence that suggest that the Sphinx, currently a monochrome spectacle, was not always so devoid of color. Intriguing remnants of red pigment, though faint and almost ghost-like, serve as silent witnesses to the fact that the Sphinx was once lavishly decorated with an array of vibrant colors. Can we, with our contemporary viewpoint, even begin to how awe-inspiring this site would have been? A team of dedicated scientists committed themselves to the meticulous examination of these enigmatic pigment traces. Their findings astounded them as they unveiled an unexpectedly rich and diverse palette that once bestowed life upon the Sphinx. The once cold, monotonous stone would have been swathed in a veritable rainbow of hues, with the most striking shade being a bright, effulgent red. This bold and striking splash of color brings forth the theory that the Sphinx was likely painted not just for aesthetic appeal, but possibly to signify power, fervor, and prestige in the context of ancient Egyptian society. In an attempt to imagine the Sphinx in all its original glory, one might compare it to the breathtaking brilliance of a sunrise. The red pigment would have set the desert landscape ablaze, casting reflection against the shifting sands surrounding the monument. The Sphinx, in its heyday, would have emerged as a resplendent beacon, a vivid spectacle of color, grandeur, and intricacy, in stark opposition to the otherwise subdued surroundings. As we continue to probe, the enigma of the Sphinx's color intensifies, leaving us grappling for answers. What might this majestic monument have resembled when it was festooned in radiant hues? Would it have been a visual delight, a feast of contrast and color, a spectacle that paralleled the magnificence of the rising sun? Do the answers lie hidden within the Sphinx itself, buried deep by the incessant sands of time? Only the sands of time hold the answers, buried deep within the enigmatic heart of the Sphinx. The 10th enigma we delve into concerns the Sphinx's precise orientation with the cardinal points, north, south, east, and west. This scrupulous alignment of the Sphinx is so striking it takes your breath away. It serves as a testament to the extraordinary knowledge of the celestial bodies that the ancient Egyptians possessed, illustrating their profound comprehension of astronomy. But what does this precision indicate? Isn't this an intriguing thought? Many scholars have suggested that this precision in alignment couldn't have been a mere coincidence. It is believed that such high levels of accuracy reveal the incredible mathematical and architectural skills of the ancient Egyptians. They didn't just erect a monument, they created a masterwork of harmony, beautifully integrating mathematical precision with celestial comprehension. The north was of significant importance to the Egyptians. They viewed it as the realm of the immortals, a sacred region of divine beings. They believed it to be the place where the pharaoh's soul would ascend and join the eternal stars. This belief system reveals a deeply embedded spiritual understanding that went hand in hand with their astronomical knowledge. It also hints at a belief system that connected the physical and the spiritual realms, thus setting the foundation for their intricate cosmological principles. The Sphinx's alignment is a testament to the complex relationship that the ancient Egyptians had with the cosmos. It underscores their architectural prowess and highlights their advanced understanding of celestial bodies. It's awe-inspiring how they were able to visualize and execute the monumental task of aligning the Sphinx with such exactitude, considering the tools and technology at their disposal. This intricate alignment of the Sphinx offers more than just an insight into skills. It provides a glimpse into the depth and complexity of their relationship with the cosmos. It shows how they viewed the cosmos not just as a vast expanse of celestial bodies, but as a divine realm that held the key to their spiritual beliefs and understanding of life and death. Now we must ask, what was the underlying significance of this astounding precision? As we progress to our 11th point, we delve deeply into the enthralling debate revolving around the Sphinx's gender. This discourse, fascinating as it is, has been a subject of interest for historians and scholars alike over centuries. Traditionally, the Sphinx, the monumental statue that stands guard at the Giza Plateau in Egypt, has been perceived as male. This belief isn't baseless. It springs from the countless ancient depictions and interpretations prevalent in Egyptian scriptures and hieroglyphs. The primary reason underlying this mainstream viewpoint is the Sphinx's frequent association with the pharaohs of Egypt. Pharaohs, the rulers of ancient Egypt, were predominantly male. These powerful kings were often depicted alongside the Sphinx, reinforcing the idea of the statue's masculine identity. The Sphinx, with its human face and lion's body, was seen as a symbol of the pharaoh's might and wisdom, further solidifying its male image. However, as with any historical interpretation, a captivating counter-argument exists. A group of scholars and historians propose a revolutionary idea that the Sphinx, contrary to traditional belief, might in fact be female. It's not a claim made lightly. Those who support this theory point out to specific features of the Sphinx that they argue are unequivocally feminine. They draw attention to the delicately carved curves of the Sphinx's face, which, one could argue, possess a softness typically associated with femininity. They highlight the full, rounded quality of its lips, a feature that's often considered distinctly feminine in portraiture. Additionally, they bring up the Sphinx's headdress, the nemes. This traditional Egyptian headgear, they note, was worn by both male and female royalty. The counter-argument is not just about the Sphinx's gender. It also encourages us to think about how the societal constructs of gender evolved over time. It invites us to reconsider how femininity and masculinity were perceived in ancient civilizations, and how those perceptions have shifted over the ages. It asks us to look beyond the obvious, to delve deeper into the layers of history, culture, and societal norms. This gripping debate invites us to examine the Sphinx from an entirely different lens, shedding light on how gender norms and perceptions have changed over centuries. It also underscores the Sphinx's enigmatic nature and its uncanny ability to continually intrigue and captivate us, thousands of years after its construction. The final enigma, the 12th mystery, the Sphinx's gaze. A vigilant watch the Sphinx keeps, its eyes unwaveringly focusing on the rising sun. This eternal vigilance provides the statue with a sense of life and purpose, evoking a profound sense of wonder. Scholars believe that the Sphinx's gaze coincides with the position of the sun during the summer solstice, suggesting the ancient Egyptians' advanced knowledge of astronomy, pointing to the importance they assigned to celestial observations. This positioning, they theorize, could symbolize the Sphinx's role as a guardian of the horizon where the sun rises, symbolizing rebirth and renewal, a key theme in the ancient Egyptian belief system. The Sphinx's steady gaze, they argue, is reminiscent of the eternal vigilance of the sun god Ra, a symbol of light, warmth, and growth, hence assigning the Sphinx the responsibility of protection and guidance. These interpretations, however, are not absolute, much like the Sphinx's mysterious expression. Under the Sphinx's shadow, we stand in awe of these, as yet unsolved mysteries. This silent sentinel, this stone guardian, holds its secrets close, continuing to captivate and confuse us. As we delve into uncovering our past truths, we can only conjecture about the secrets the Sphinx still hides. The charm of the unknown beckons us, much as it has done with countless past generations. Therefore, the ancient Egyptian Sphinx's mysteries persist, continually baffling, always fascinating, forever drawing us into its silent, unyielding gaze.